It's definitely not okay to be alone. Purposely excluding yourself from the world, being a victim mindset person, it is not okay. I'll tell you that the time where it is okay to be alone or in isolation, and look, this is coming from someone who doesn't have a massive social circle. I've only got a couple of genuine friends that I can call, that I can rely on, that I can go to for advice. And I keep my family around me, and I keep my girlfriend around me, and I've got a very small circle, bro. So I'm not someone that's talking with a massive social circle, right? But I have to speak up on this topic because we've got, and I get these videos on my YouTube, right? I get these coming up as suggested videos you may like. I don't know how they get in there, but they get in there, right? And it's almost like we've got a detuned self-improve space where we've got young men who are basically, and you might come across these videos yourself, right? They're young men, they're sitting in their car, they're like, yep, it's okay to be alone. No one gets us, no one gets me. I grew up with just like a mother and father. I didn't have many friends in school. I was by myself in school. I got bullied a lot. And misery loves company, bro. If that's one thing I can tell you, misery loves company. And when you exclude yourself from the world, when you tell other young men who are lost, because we're at a point right now where young men don't know what to believe, right? They're very lost. They're like sheep. They don't have role models in their life to guide them. They don't have any friends in school. And by you telling other men, okay, and by you telling other men that it's okay to completely exclude yourself from the world, who needs a partner, who need friends, you're going against human evolution, you're going against the way we are wired as men, okay? And it is not okay to lock yourself in a room under a cave, purposely excluding yourself from the world and doing that for the rest of your life, bro. It's gonna eventually, and listen to me carefully, it's gonna eventually take a toll on you, because when you go against hard wiring as humans, what we're actually, as men, what we're designed to do as men, right? You are going to pay for it with your mental health. You're going to pay for it by living in consistent fear, right? Because love equals relationships. Without love and relationships, the opposite of love is fear, okay? It's having a scarcity mindset. It's having a victim mindset. No one gets me. I've always been alone. I'm going to be a lone wolf for the rest of my life. And bro, it's not the way to live. It is not the way we're designed to be as men, right? And I can comment on these topics because I've purposely put myself in 12 months isolation, right? When I was at my worst time in my life, when my mental health was at an all-time low. Yes, I did have my friends still with me, but I told them, look, I'm self-improving right now. I didn't focus on women during that 12 months. I completely locked myself away for 12 months and I self-improved every single day. Like I actually spent hours and hours and hours of doing whatever I could to form new habits, to better my mental health, to, I was reading, I was meditating, I was waking up early, like 4:30 waking up, and really connecting with the universe, with God, and I found my purpose, and I loved every minute of being alone. I loved not having any distractions. And then once I built these habits and I transformed myself, okay, into the man I always wanted to be, or the man I always needed, I came out of that time, okay, I came out of that isolation, and then I started reconnecting with my good friends. I started reconnecting with family. I started, putting myself out there. I was, ready to meet someone if I found the right person. And bro, let me tell you one thing, right? After doing that, my life has just completely gone uphill. It hasn't gone downhill, it's gone uphill, right? It's gone uphill in a way I've never thought would go as projected, you could say, right? And when you go in, let's say, monk mode or a purposeful isolation to better yourself, then you just end up appreciating, your loved ones. You appreciate, relationships. And because your mental health is in a better spot, you know how to, love again. You know how to appreciate and be grateful for, having good people in your life. And look, at the moment, I understand that we are in an epidemic of male loneliness. So you probably watching this video don't have many friends, your family's probably not around. Okay, I understand, but bro, why not better yourself? Why not go against this brainwashing, this conditioning of society trying to break you and keep you that way? Why accept a victim mindset? Why accept living in fear? Why, when you've got the potential to self-improve, where you've got the potential to, join, be around social circles that are actually good for you, right? So you might not have any friends now, but you will form friendships with the right people once you work on yourself, once you self-improve. Because at the end of the day, when you're operating from a very low scarcity energy, guess what you're going to attract? Low energy, right? And when you attract low energy, you jump on these pity party bandwagons where they're isolated men. I got nothing against people sitting in their car doing videos, right? I would do that too. But I'm saying, like, these men are sitting in their cars giving you their misery story, and you're like, you know what, yeah, he understands me, that must be right. Like, then you got a brotherhood of lonely men who are just, yeah, let's be isolated, let's be lonely, no one gets us. And you're putting yourself in this category that doesn't work in society and doesn't work from the dawn of time as men. And when you go against masculinity, when you go against what we're hardwired to do, you're going to find out the hard way that one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, this just doesn't feel right? And because you don't have much life experience, because you're conditioned to believe that it's okay to be alone, you've got bad mental health. That's all I've got to say. You're someone with bad mental health, and you need to fix that, man. Because if you don't challenge yourself as a man, if you don't set goals, if you don't self-improve and get yourself out there, eventually get yourself out there in the dating world. And I know the dating world does suck right now. It can suck, but it only sucks for those men who are not contributing to putting a dent in the universe, whether that's living a life of purpose, whether that's putting yourself through challenges, whether that's, putting yourself in groups, in, environments where you're exposed to other men who are going to challenge you. If you're purposely hiding behind a rock and living like it's okay to be comfortable, no one gets me, you're living with a victim mindset. And by living with a victim mindset like that, you've got poor mental health. That is just purely the best way I can describe it, bro. And look, call me harsh, but I don't care, bro. I'm speaking the truth, okay? And I'm just sharing my wisdom, my knowledge on this topic. And I know what it's like to have bad mental health. I know what it's like to feel like no one gets you. But the moment you snap out of that and you actually decide to be like, you know what, I've conditioned myself to believe the wrong thing, and there is a better life out there for me, okay? And as long as I continuously work on myself and self-improve, then everything else will fall into place, brother. I'm telling you now, like, you're just thinking too far ahead. You're not even thinking probably even far ahead. You're probably just consistently just living under that rock that you're being conditioned to believe is right. And when you start believing these stupid influencers who are promoting male loneliness and it's okay to be alone, you're just contributing to, being the wrong role model for other men, right? And misery loves company, bro. So when you consistently promote that male loneliness is okay, it's all right to, no one understands us, and you make a pity party, you're just going to suffer long term, right? Because you're going against hard wiring. Since the dawn of time, we've been around tribes, brotherhoods. We've, had even social circles back then, right? Even though we're living in modern day society, when has it been okay to live under a rock and just isolate yourself from the world, right? As a young man, these are the years where you need to be paying attention. You need to be surrounding yourself around, good role models, the right people. So then when you do get to your 30s, your 40s, you're not 50s, you're not going to die alone, bro. Could you imagine just dying alone? Literally, like, dying alone with your pity party. Would you really want that? You don't know what you have, bro, till it's gone, man. And I'm telling you now, Get yourself out of this victim mindset. Stop watching these videos of men promoting loneliness. Stop thinking, yeah, no, long-term relationships are a thing of the past. Dating doesn't exist anymore. Why are you living with such a narrow-minded mindset, bro? Like, why are you restricting yourself from a life of, you know, true love, joy, you know? Why are you excluding yourself? You're purposely doing this, and when you do this, you're pretty much contributing to, it's not self-improvement, this is like a self-de-improvement, you could call it, right? Like, this is bullshit, bro. Like, this is a new bullshit era where young men with no life experience, they're 20, sitting in their car telling you their life story, blah 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 blah. Bro, you need to just wake up as a young man, realize, okay, cool, the cards that I've been dealt with, unfortunately they suck, but that doesn't determine my life. That doesn't determine what I want in life, right? And right now you might not know what you want, but that's why I say, when you actually try to self-improve and try to, you know, find your purpose, and you find your purpose as you try to self-improve daily, as you try to take time out of your day to stop being comfortable and start challenging yourself, start self-disciplining yourself, that's when doors start opening. That's when, you know, you bump into God, starts putting you in front of the right people at the right time. And if you just decide to live like a loser, just playing video games, just part of this pity party, it's going to play with your mental health. You're going to start feeling depressed, anxiety, you know, your mental health's going to be bad, and then you're just going to contribute eventually to a statistic of male suicide, right? And what are we going to do as men? Are we going to just sit there and let men just kill themselves? Are we going to just are we just going to sit here and just tell men that, yeah, it's okay to just die alone? No, bro, it's not, right? That's why I'm speaking that's why I'm speaking from the heart. That's why I'm speaking truth. I'm speaking from a point of masculinity, okay? And I just really hope you as a young man can wake up and realize that, okay, I've been sold a lie, I've been conditioned, and I'm no longer going to live like this, right? And please stop following these stupid influencers, bro. Stop following them. Don't make their misery a thing that's like a normal thing, right? Don't contribute to this trend. Do not contribute to this trend, all right? I can understand you're lost, but focus on self-improvement. There are plenty stoicism books. There are plenty books from the dawn of time that have been written, and these principles still work in modern day society. It's all about your belief system, and it's all about your self-worth and believing that you can construct yourself into a 2.0 version, right? Just because you're in a shitty position right now, that is not going to determine your life, brother, for the rest of your life. No, that's not your life settled in. Do not accept it. What you must do is accept that I can better myself. Once I better myself, doors are going to open. I'm going to have a better life. I might not have the relationship right now. I might not even be able to even look at myself in the mirror and think, you know, why would the opposite sex even want to be with me? Yeah, that's fine. Like, that's fair enough, right? Because if you don't like what you see, how is anyone else going to like you, right? And by you saying, yeah, I don't care what anyone thinks, I'm just going to be alone, well, you're just a weak person, bro. You're being very selfish. You're never going to contribute to being the right role model to help people in the right way. You're going to contribute to a declining society of men who are going to end up ending their lives. And that is not what I want for you. I do not want this for masculinity as a whole. And you must realize that there is a better life out there, and it is not okay to die alone, bro. It is not okay to live on the opposite spectrum of love in fear and scarcity. It's not okay, bro. And the sooner you can wake up and realize this as a young man and start getting to work and start to just change your life, you can do this tomorrow even, bro. It doesn't cost any money to literally like wake up tomorrow a bit earlier, start to, you know, read stoicism books, start to read something that's, you know, about the trends, the topics that you're thinking are right. Why don't you read books that philosophers have written, right? Like people that have got good life experience, wisdom, and then start applying that wisdom, right? Like, I mean the knowledge, sorry, start applying the knowledge, then it will eventually become wisdom, and then you can then help someone who's lonely later on in life. When you get to your 30s, you can be like, nah, brother, it's not okay to be normal. here's why, you can help them, right? But just because someone's got the same circumstance as you in life right now, and you'd be like, oh yeah, he gets me, it doesn't mean that's going to determine the rest of your life, bro. So I just want you to wake up and realize that there is a better life out there, and it is okay to isolate yourself from the world when you're self-improving, when you're on a monk mode streak of isolating yourself for 6 to 12 months and, you know, bettering yourself, challenging yourself each and every day. That's different, bro. That is completely different. But when you think it's okay to die alone, no one gets me, you know, I had no friends in school, change that, bro. Change that. That's you just thinking it's okay. You're conditioned. You're actually like, I'll be honest, bro, and I don't want to sound mean, you're actually the weak, you're part of like the weak masculinity, right? And by being weak, you're not actually contributing to society in any way by making it a better place for men, right? You're just contributing to selfishness and teaching men that it's okay to live under a rock and not challenge yourself and not find love and not have a family and never settle down. And just because Joe down the block has said that that's the new norm, you go and believe it, then you go open your mouth and spread it to other people, and just becomes like a stupid virus, like pretty much like coronavirus, where it just spreads and there's no real like thought process behind it, right? Like you're just literally just you're just like Chinese whispers that just keeps going on. And be observant to what life is, right? And this people that have that victim mindset, that are like this, you know, that I find are like very young, you know, men that are very lost without the right role models. You don't have life experience, so right now you're trying to figure out what's real, what's not, you know, and whatever sort of inclines to you at the moment, you will go and follow, you will go and, you know, support. And what I'm saying is, don't support these pity parties, don't support this misery loves company, you know, party that men are promoting, like, you know, being alone. Like, bro, really, like, you don't have to live this way. And just because Joe down the street wants to live that way, bro, and just because you might have had the same, let's say, similar upbringing to Joe down the street, so you're like, oh, his story really resonates with me. Just because it resonates with you, bro, doesn't mean that you need to condition yourself to live that way, right? And it just fathoms me, bro, when I see these comments in some of these guys' videos. It's like literally like lost, lonely men just saying like, yeah, I understand, yeah, this is how I feel too, yeah, you go, bro, like finally someone who speaks their truth. And honestly, brother, like, please just wake up to yourself, stop being a sheep, all right? And just understand that doors will open as you self-improve, as you get yourself out of this conditioning, as you get yourself out of this victim mindset. Your life will start flourishing. Just don't think too far ahead. Just take each day as it comes and contribute to your own journey, your own path, even if you're in a lonely period and you're doing that. As I said, I did it myself, 6 to 12 months. Then I got myself out there. I started reconnecting with, you know, my good friends that I had in my life, and, you know, the conversations that we would have, man, were on another level, bro. Like, literally, when you're around brothers who challenge you, when they actually want what's good for you, what's best for you, when you start meeting a girl who, you know, finds you admirable for things you do, like, you know, people say thank you, bro, for, like, you know, making these videos. That's when you're like, all right, you know what, I'm putting a dent in the universe somehow, bro, and I'm going to keep doing this, bro. And that's why I'm very passionate about these topics: mental health, male loneliness. You know, I know what it's like to feel alone when no one understands you. I know, but the moment we leave that person in the past and we work on constructing a 2.0 version of ourselves, which anyone can do in this day and age, regardless of your upbringing, regardless of your circumstance, then you're going to live a much happy, fulfilled life, and you're going to live a life more on the love side rather than the fear and scarcity side, right? And our society, our governments, they want you to live in scarcity as a young man. They want you to live scared, and, you know, they're trying to make you think it's okay to be alone. Brother, do not listen to this bullshit. You have been conditioned. Please uncondition yourself. Open your eyes, open your ears. Listen to people that have actually been there in life, that have got longer life experience than yourself, and realize that you've been sold a lie, bro. And start not following these guys, bro, who are just contributing to the misery party, right? The loneliness party, and thinking it's okay to die alone. You're not hardwired that way, okay? You can try and fight it, but you'll be paying the ultimate price with your mental health later on in life. When you get to your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, you're going to be that old man dying alone in a flat. And when you're at your end of your time, you're going to think, what the fuck did I do this whole life? Like, and you're going to be approaching life one of those angry people, right? Like when you see people that are happy, when you see people that are holding hands, when you see people that are living in love and not in fear, you're going to resent those people, bro. And when you resent those people and just shut off and live under a rock, you're going to be operating from a very low frequency that no one wants to be around you, bro. No one will never want to be around someone like you. So you must change, you must wake up, okay, and just realize that you've been conditioned, and it's okay, because unfortunately you've grown up this way. You've grown up with not having the right role models in your life. So you must accept that, okay, this is what I've been sold. I've woken my eyes up now. I don't want to do this. This is not how I'm hardwired to be. I don't want to wake up when I'm 30, 40, 50, 60 years old and be in a really bad mental position. I don't want to contribute to the statistics of male suicide, taking the easy way out and not choosing to do something out of my comfort zone to better myself, to self-improve. I'm not going to be part of that statistic. I'm going to change. And then the moment you do that, brother, the moment you stick at it 3, 6, 12 months and you try to self-improve and better yourself and challenge yourself and get yourself out of this rock slowly and become a 2.0 version of yourself, you're going to wake up. Trust me, after you do that, try it out. Once you do that and you wake up, you're going to be like, wow, I was sold a lie. There's definitely a beautiful life out there. I'm not saying it's easy, but there is a beautiful life out there. There is people that will support and believe in me. Doors will start opening, bro, and you'll start meeting people that are on the same frequency, energy frequency as you are, right? Because your frequency is what you actually frequently see. So if you're operating from low frequency, a scarcity mindset, everything you see in your eyes is all going to be negative, low frequency, misery people. And then once you start accepting that and being weak and thinking that's normal, when you know deep down that it doesn't really make sense, but I'm just going to go with that because you're basically a weak person who is choosing to accept that, yep, this is the norm. I'm not going to improve. I'm going to accept it. I'm going to die alone. I'm never going to find love. I'm never this. I'm never that. Bro, that is such a negative mindset, and no one wants to be around people like that. So you're actually doing that to yourself, right? So you need to snap out of your ego and just listen, okay, observe, and not contribute to male loneliness, bro. Not believing it's okay to die alone. It's not, bro. Trust me. Don't go against the grain, where from the dawn of time we've been, operating in packs, tribes, groups. Don't go against the grain, bro, because that's where you're going to contribute to bad mental health, male suicide. And why live life on hard mode when you can live it in a much easier way? Okay, there's other ways to deal with your problems. You don't need to accept that what you've been sold from childhood to your early 20s, that's your life, that's my future, this is what it's going to be, blah blah blah, right? Do not be that little bitch, I'm sorry to say, but don't be that little bitch, that pussy that takes the easy way out and decides to not do what's challenging and just stays comfortable, sits in a room playing video games on the computer, keyboard warrior. Don't be one of those losers, bro, right? Be someone that actually puts a dent on the universe, that helps society, that guides young men, because eventually you're in your 20s now. When you get to your 30s, your 40s, okay, you need to start being the right role model to your peers, okay? And you can either be the right role model or you can be the wrong role model. But I'll tell you now, bro, as long as I am on this planet, I'm going to keep speaking my mind, and I'm going to try and end this bullshit. I know I can't completely end it, but if I can put a dent into this niche, this topic of male loneliness, and awaken young men to what's real and what's bullshit, then I'm happy, bro. So as I said, I don't get paid to do these videos. This purely comes from my heart. Okay, I spend the time to speak from my heart. It's not scripted. I'm not looking at a book this way and looking at you that way. Like, it's nothing like that, bro. I'm literally just speaking from the heart and mental health topics are very important for me because I've been through it myself. I understand what it feels like. So no one deserves to die alone. No one deserves to be alone, bro. But look, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you gain some insight, some knowledge on this topic. If there's something you're not sure of, if there's something, you know, that you believe you've been conditioned to believe, drop a comment, bro. Like, speak. Yeah, you're behind a keyboard. Just type something. Type something if you're a young man watching this. And look, if you ever need a bit of assistance or guidance or anything like that, hit me up. You know, I'm more than happy to help you, bro. I don't charge money. I don't ask for anything like that. Purely doing it out of love, trying to help masculinity come together in this lost world. And the more brothers that believe in this, the more brothers that support this, we can basically, you know, be a movement and do this together. So ending the video here. If you liked it, subscribe if you're new to my channel. If you know someone that's suffering from loneliness, share this video so you can help them. But I'll end it here. Have a beautiful day and peace.